Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I have some exciting news. I'm going to be reviewing the all-new INNOVA Team Champion Tour Series discs for 2025. I have a few molds here. I have the Color Glow Rasmus Toro. I have the Sophia Donica Eagle L in the Color Glow plastic. And I also have the Dennis Denka Halo Champion Color Glow Gorgon. And I'm just at UCSC. I'm going to be throwing these in the field and maybe throwing them on a couple of holes with a special guest. But before we get into that, let's just overview what the discs look like, what they feel like, and how I think they're going to fly. So if we look at the Toro here first, looks super clean. First things I noticed was it's a little bit domier than typical Toros, I would say, or than the Toros I like to throw. I like mine super board flat, and they beat up super nice and straight. Besides that, I would say it's pretty gummy for this Color Glow plastic, which makes it really feel good in the hand. Obviously the stamp's pretty sick, so I'm sure it's going to be a pretty good seller. Moving on, this is the disc I'm probably most excited about, which is the Eagle L. It is very flat, I would say, and feels a lot different than the typical Eagle. Stamp is killer. I think they did a really good job with the stamp and the colors. And like this little bit of swirls you can see up here in the plastic. Not every single one's like that, at least the ones I bought. I am really excited to see how these fly. I've been throwing TL3s and they've been kind of getting a little flippy, so I think this could be a replacement, but we'll see how it feels. And then lastly, we have the Gorgons. And the first thing I noticed with the Gorgons is that there's a little bit of dome, but also it's a little stiff around the edges. I'm not sure if it's that halo plastic, but besides that, it feels a little bit more stable than those other Gorgons. We'll see how it flies. From what I know, it's a little bit flippier than the Trail, but we'll see. Besides that, it's kind of just like a huge pop top. The design is really cool as well, very unique, I would say. But let's get to the field and test these. All right, guys, we made it out to the field. I got those 3 discs, and I have my special guest as promised, Mr. Nico from Myron Disc Golf. I think it's the first time on the channel.
Yeah.
First time on the channel, hopefully first of many, and he's here to test these discs with me. So you can take a look at them. What do you think?
Initially, they're super pretty, especially this one.
Facts.
Just awesome stamp. Little, is it Glow Champ, and it has some swirls in it?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I mean, you can't go much better.
And then the Toro is also great plastic. I kind of like a Toro that's dead flat though, and this one isn't. And I've never even touched a Gorgon or Gorgon before. Yeah, and I don't really like this bubbly plastic, but we'll see how they fly.
Yeah, let's test it out. We'll have Nico throw first. He'll probably throw all 3, and then I'll throw all 3, and then we'll throw some comparisons with other shots, but we're just gonna throw, so.
I got the original Calvin Glow Toro. I don't know what year this is really, but you probably know the disc. I'll just do a little side by side. This one is definitely very used though. I'll go original first. Okay. Tried to get it out flat. Went straight for a second. Was fading the whole time. Honestly, super similar. Like I thought it was going to be a lot more stable. I feel like maybe there's a little bit extra glide and stability, which keeps it in the air,
yeah,
but
maybe
also makes it fade.
Yeah, honestly, it did look like that. It looked like it was stable, but still went the same distance. So.
Like it was fading out earlier, but then it was just in the air slightly longer.
It's a good observation, honestly. And then we got the Holy Grail right here. Eagle L.
Eagle L, back in business. I'm pretty sure this is an Eagle L. This thing, once again, this one's like so used. It came from a lake, I think. So yeah, I'll do a comparison, but obviously not a great comparison.
Baby flip to a nice fade. Solid amount of hyzer.
Yeah, the tailwind definitely helped that get back. I honestly wanted to get it a little lower, but now I'll try to throw this one kind of on the same line.
It's Very similar, but not the less flip up, obviously.
I'd say like the same, like a little more glide, but still a little more stability. Hard to say after one throw though.
Yeah. And the last.
Gorgon. Is it Gorgon or Gorgon?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. Personally, I'd use this disc for like a shot that's just like turning and holding the whole time. So I'll try to throw that. It's holding. And it's coming out.
Man, I was bombed. All right. Now it's my turn. I'm going to throw the Eagle L first. I really hope I like this disc. I'm looking for a replacement for a TL3. So mine's kind of gotten a little too straight. But I'll throw Nico's Eagle L as well, see if there's any differences. I'm going to throw it flat and pretty hard, maybe 85, 90%. Hopefully throw it as consistent as possible, but let's see how it flies. A little bit of hyzer.
Money.
That thing barely flipped up, but obviously tailwind, but that thing was butter. The famous Eagle L right here. A little bit more flip up, but
a baby bit more height, I'd say too.
Maybe a little bit more height.
Probably just landed it on your last disc.
And then TL3, let's try to replicate the same one. A little bit higher. Very similar stability, but it was way higher. Maybe more hyzer. It might be all on top of each other. But next, throw the Toro. I really love Toros myself. I bag two. I don't have my other one, but I'm gonna add this one to the mix because I think this one has less glide than even Nico's. But let's compare. I'll throw this Toro first, Rasmus. Dude, that thing is just pretty, it feels stable. Like Nico was saying, it feels like it has more glide. Let's try this regular Champion one. That one's even more stable. And then that one's just butter straight when you throw it flat with that little bit of fade. Pretty standard for a Toro. Lastly, we got the Gorgon. Not a disc I bag, but for sure a fun disc. Hyzer flip, drift. Could throw these things far. Dude, that thing is honestly kind of stable in this tailwind. I was nose up, but let me go get those and we'll throw them again. Finish throwing backhand. We're gonna throw these all sidearm. Nico, professor, got a doctorate in sidearm physiology.
Nice.
Nico's got the master sidearm, so he's gonna throw some advanced shots. I'm gonna throw beginner sidearm, and you guys can compare. Toro first.
This is actually my go-to approach, so maybe a replacement. Nice and straight.
Just
stable finish. Got a little more over on it.
but dang, that thing wants to stay straight.
Yeah. That one got a little I was honestly surprised at how stable it is.
Okay.
Eagle L flicks, a little flip up ideally, maybe a full flight. Yeah, a little bit of turn, a little bit of fade. Yep, I did not throw that one the same.
Dang, that is just butter out of your hand though.
Yeah, it did get a little bit of flip up. Okay.
And lastly, the Gorgon.
Yeah, this should be a nice little flip up. Oh no, too much.
Gosh, dude. Dude, that's gotta be 400 plus. Beginner sidearm, Eagle L. This can go anywhere, but let's just try to throw it flat. Pretty good, nose up. push straight though and then fade it. It's like pretty nice for my sidearm because I don't really get much distance, but let's try Toro.
Dude, that was money.
That was max distance Toro. And now, this could be a sidearm gem for me because I don't got the arm speed. Don't have the arm speed, I should say. But let's try to throw it flat and see if I get some turn out of it. Maybe a little bit of hyzer. Oh, wow. Still came out, but pretty good. So Nico and I just threw all three. Based on my opinions, I think all these discs are pretty spot on to what I was expecting. I was expecting that EUL to get that push, but still have that nice stability at the end, which it did have. The only thing that was a little interesting was this Toro. Since it's a little bit domey, I was kind of expecting it to be like an absolute meat hook, similar to that blue one I threw, not Nico's, but the one in my bag, but still had some nice glide and a little bit of stability at the end. And then lastly, the Gorgon. I mean, it is a Gorgon, super flippy, get that distance. It's like the intermediate arm special. Like if you don't have the 350 to 400 feet of power, this will get you that extra distance. So if you're looking for that, this is the disc to get. But what do you think about it, Nico?
I feel like I agree with everything you said. I feel like a lot of people like these approach discs and the shape that is provided, which is like board flat, just consistent feel, not a lot of glide. So this, to me, was slightly a letdown, but I guess not everyone likes that board flat, no glide stability. It's like a little bit of extra time in the air, still with that great stability, is this guy. Plastic feels great also.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is like so money, and it's a perfect shape and perfect flight, to be honest, for like stable to straight flight, like a little bit of flip, but nothing, no big turns really. If you get over on it, it can hold probably any line. Also great plastic. This one's weird, but it's just a flip. This one's just a flippy disc. Like, I don't know. It totally bombs though. Like that, I don't throw forehands as far as I threw this thing. But I also don't throw that line where I'm like steep hyzer straight into the air. So, I mean, yeah, every disc ever is good. These are good.
For sure.
This plastic's good.
Yeah. And now, since we tested a little bit, we'll probably play a few holes. We won't show every hole out here, but kind of show some sick shots and provide some entertainment. So let's do it. Oh, wow.
Yeah, tailwind uphill.
Toro.
Yeah, that's like Toro crush. That looks good though.
Good line, just way short. Dude,
Okay.
Are you human, bro? All right, guys. That kind of concludes our review of the new INNOVA Team Champion Series discs for 2025. I think overall we really like most of the discs.
Yeah.
The Eagle L was definitely a pretty solid standout, I must say. As Nico said earlier in the video, everything, the plastic feels really good. If you want to check out any of these discs, I will have them on my site as of February 3rd, which will be when this video is posted. So check the links in bio below and you can grab one of these today. I'd like to thank the man, Nico, for testing these discs with me. Any way they can support.
I have a channel as well. You can go check it out. We'll be filming soon, so maybe more stuff on either of our channels on the way. And we have an Instagram. It's all just Myron, MYRON.
Yep.
And yeah, support by liking this video and subscribing.
For sure. And I'll have all his channels linked below, Instagram, YouTube. He has some pretty fire content, so make sure you check it out. Besides that, though, thanks again, Nico. Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one.